Hello. As I said the other day in a video, this has been a really good year, I think, for Lost in the Pond. 2021 has, given us a lot of success again, I think on the back of 2020. But one thing that, I didn't mention the other day in that video where I talked about some of these successes is that in 2021, a kind of new thing has emerged in my life and certainly in the life of this channel. And that is people reacting to Lost in the Pond videos. And when I say people, I mean content creators who are still people, but I think it's worth mentioning that they are also YouTubers in this case. I'm thinking of people like Mr. H and Friends, Beasley, Lavluca, and those of you who've seen their videos will know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, though, I have linked to their YouTube channels down below. But in this time, a lot of people have asked me, what do you think of people reacting to your videos? Is it weird? Is it flattering? Is it some kind of, does it contravene copyright law in your eyes? Is this a problem from a business point of view? And so I wanted to just sort of, take the time to address those questions with regard to people that have reacted to my YouTube videos. And I must say, I think when it was first brought to my attention that this had happened earlier this year, my initial reaction, possibly because I am secretly, not even I've told you about this, I am an introvert, right? It did feel a bit weird at first, knowing that somebody had taken me, never mind my work, me and the things I was saying, and was reacting to that visibly in front of, a wider audience. Because I didn't realize or understand that even though I am a YouTube sensation, that, other YouTubers were taking any kind of interest. So at first it felt like an out-of-body experience, right? It felt like I was having an existential crisis, reacting to people, reacting to me. It was only once I got past that I started to be able to see reaction videos for what they were. Now, bear in mind, I think it was last year, I did a video. I did my own reaction video to, I think it was 80s and 90s American commercials, something like that. And I have to be honest, I think, after I put it out, I didn't feel great about it. It wasn't, it just wasn't me. I'm not the sort who goes down that path, I think, of reacting to things. I think for me, I find more joy in sort of doing research into things and then just, I suppose, reacting to the research. There's a certain level of reaction that comes with any YouTube video, but it's just in how you do it. And so at that time, I thought, I don't personally think I want to do reaction videos again. It didn't feel right. So I just never went back to that. And so when I started seeing people reacting to my videos, I suppose I thought in my own brain that, this is what I tried last year and other people are doing it, but they're doing it successfully. So what is it about their videos that is making it successful? And, I started to think about a few things here, because I think with reaction videos, there are certain things that do separate the successful from the non-successful. And I think the key thing is the genuine nature of the reaction, right? I think if the video comes across as, I'm forcing this reaction because I've already seen the video 3 times and I'm practicing I've practiced the reaction and I'm doing it now for the 3rd time to maximize the results, then those videos aren't going to do as well, because the audience, they won't buy it. I think people like Mr. H and Friends and Beasley and Lavluca, you get the sense that they are watching it for the first time and this is their genuine reaction. And the thing about that, of course, is it validates your reaction. I think that's why these are so popular. And the fact that they are so popular means that there is absolute merit, I think, to the work that they do. And when I say work, I do mean work. I mean, I know as somebody who is a YouTuber that videos, no matter how quick the process may be, still takes work. You still have to sit down in front of it and you have to then go back and edit the work that you've just done and put it out to an audience. Sometimes even putting it out to an audience takes mental work, because when you hit publish, the fear of God goes through you that you may have left in all the swear words or something like that. I can appreciate that from their point of view. I completely understand it. Do I myself, enjoy the process of reacting to things on videos? Not really. But do I enjoy their reaction videos to me? Yes, I do actually. To the extent that it makes me go up at the end of sentences, like I'm asking a question. So I don't know why I did that. It just came out of me. I do enjoy it, and I think with those three in particular, but others as well that I've seen, there is an infectious personality that comes with it, and it's very easy, I think, to enjoy what you're watching, even as they are watching something else that, in theory, the people watching their reaction are already familiar with. Like I've seen people who are fans of these three and others that are also fans of Lost in the Pond and had been prior to their reactions. And so that's another out-of-body experience, is seeing you react to their reactions of me. And I think it's great. I think it's sort of, obviously, it's helped to build awareness of my brand. So, of course, I'm on board with that. It sent people my way, I assume, right? So that's a good thing too. And then to address the question, I think, of copyright infringement and the legalities behind that and whatnot. This country, and I don't know if it's similar in Britain, I think there might be something that's similar there. We have the fair use law in the United States, and that allows, with a bit of grey area, allows for critique of other people's work for commercial purposes. What happens here is almost, in my head, it seems like it's the very definition of the fair use law. It is, people reacting to a work, and that then becomes their own art. The thing about it is, I don't see it as them just sort of, taking my videos and then like just using that and making money off it by any stretch, because they're not just putting my video out, it's commentary, and the focus becomes just as much on them as the reactor to these videos. And, I personally, I'm fine with that. And one of the reasons that I'm fine with that is I've myself benefited from fair use, right? I mean, certainly in that reaction video I did on 80s and 90s videos, you could say that. But there have been other times when I've had to talk about works of art that are not in the public domain that I was able to do and even show at times because of the existence of the fair use law. I had the confidence in it that this was the right thing to do, and that by talking about it, I'm adding something to the art while not trying to make money from the art itself, or at least solely from the art itself. I'm sure everyone who is successful as a reactioner, is that the word, is aware of all of this and knows that it's completely fine. And, if it wasn't, YouTube, I think, would be flagging videos by now. So, personally, I think it's a great thing. I do. I really do. And I think that it helps to build, I suppose, the Lost in the Pond community. But it also helps to build the Mr. H and Friends community, or the Beasley community, or the Lav Luca community, because I'm quite aware that all three react to other people's videos that aren't just mine as well. And there's a sort of art form in itself. And I think it's an art form that kind of, it speaks to the 21st century in many ways, doesn't it? It's a thing that would be very hard to have achieved in other eras, because we just didn't have such a globalized access to each other's faces and voices and things like that. And of course, emotions and reactions. I don't know, I find it interesting. And I think the fact that it's popular means that they've hit on something and they should just keep going, and that's basically my 2 cents. So happy Christmas, happy New Year, specifically to my reactors. I've got to come up with a better word than that. And to all of you watching this, I'm going to go now and look at Christmas lights. I'm going to react to Christmas lights, just not on film. That's it for this video. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen any of these reaction videos of my videos. I'm Lawrence Brown. You can follow me on Twitter at LostInThePondUS, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that my videos don't get lost in the pond. And while we're on the subject of reaction videos, the very first person to bring these to my attention was indeed a patron of mine. And if you would like to become a patron of Lost in the Pond, you can do so today at patreon.com/lostinthepond. Until the next video, goodbye.